thanks for joining us for Tuesday Night Lights. And it's coming at you live from Surge Arena, Colorado Springs, Colorado, USA. The boys came out of the locker room and they're already circling, swirling on the north end of the arena. And we're about ready to rock and roll here. Glancing down the ice here at the Liberty squad we're about to face, they are quite a bit bigger than our boys, I would say. We've got a height and width advantage, but our boys aren't scared. These teams are coming in about even in the rankings. You see here, Liberty High School, Liberty. They are, I don't know why I just did that. It's automatic. I've seen that commercial 6,000 times now. Anyway, Liberty record, let's see here. They're 4-4-1. But hey, here's the added spicy meatball. They're 4-0 in their league, so they're sitting pretty. They have dropped 4. Our boys are coming in here 3-3-2. They just dropped a tough one the other day against a pretty mean Chaparral team. The Shack reminds me of the Shop up in Seattle. Anyway, that was a they brought their air game for sure. They were they excelled speed and finesse. Their passes were crisp, and they walked away a 5-0 victory against our Lewis Palmer Rangers. But our boys are going to come in. They look fresh, and I know they want to come back from that one on Friday night. So we're here on Tuesday. We don't normally play on Tuesdays, but hey, why not? Down here in Sertich, just got to make sure we all get out of here alive. This is an interesting part of town. In fact, on the way over here, the police were out in force. That's just indicative of the area. Anyway, we made it in alive. Let's just make sure we get it out alive. Okay, got a full squad here. I don't know who we're missing. I don't get a roster before the games all the time, and I didn't get one this time. But we're going to be ready to call a game here, and at Liberty. I wonder if those advertisements drive them nuts too. Overuse of their high school name without royalties. That's bad. Let's see what we can tell you about this team here. What do we got here? Yeah, it's in North Colorado Springs. I do know they have a nice football stadium, part of District 20. Been around for a while, opened in 1987. Has 1,500 students that go to it. I don't know if they've got any feeder teams like LP does, but that might be why they're down in a lower A rank league. But they have they've been around for quite a while here in Colorado Springs, so they've got a bit of history. I didn't get the information about anybody famous that may have gone to that school. I always like to check that. I didn't get that for this time, so let's just say Tom Cruise went there. How about that? Tom Cruise went to Liberty. Probably didn't, but I'm going to say it anyway. Check this out. Here's a good stat. The school has 45% AP participation rate. That's huge. I know they've got a rock climbing thing because you can see it from Powers when you pass by their facility. You can see it out there in the field there. They got a nice rock climbing wall that's outside. They got a ropes course, it looks like, too. But standout is their football stadium. It's pretty cool. Okay, our boys are about to wind up and get going. We got 21 seconds on the clock. We're going to have a a patriotic national anthem, and then we will be puck dropping here in a moment. It was a beautiful day. Colorado Springs, I don't know where you are, but it was 50 degrees. Another weird January going on here. It has been warm all winter long. Going to break some records this year for heat. Just a weird winter going on over here on the Front Range. Okay, we got a lady zebra here tonight. That's nice. And before this, we had ladies tiger team that was out there, an all ladies tiger team. That was good to see too. You don't see that too often, but they've got a team down here in Colorado Springs that is all ladies. Okay, our boys are breaking after their cheer, and we're going to be ready to rock and roll here soon. I'm going to put a muzzle on while we have the national anthem, and then we will be all speed ahead here.
And let's make the
Chase Vaughn getting the start tonight. There we go. There's Evan Black getting another start. There's Travis Moore. Bring it forward. Bailey. Gallagher getting the start. Pantel getting the start tonight. Now they're going to introduce the much larger Liberty Squad. Those dudes are big. Got some music to go with their introductions. Man, that's going to get this crowd all ramped down. I don't know any of these guys, so I'm not announcing their names. I just mess it up. That guy's got a nice set of hair. Look at that thing. Excellent flow. There we go. There's your starting lineup for the Liberty. I don't even know what their mascot is. best song in America. We are ready to get going. Thanks again for joining us from wherever you are. We're playing tonight at Sertage Ice Arena. I think this is the arena with the lowest ceiling clearance in all of the state. So a lot of pucks go up in the air and hit the ceiling and for a stoppage of play, and that would explain all the wonderful dents that are out there in the ceiling over the ice. Fully protected though, there's a netting that goes all the way around, so no chance at all of a flying puck hitting you in the head and knocking you out here. That's nice. So this is the place where you can check your email while during the game, if you're so inspired. Okay, our boys are gathering at the north end of the arena, and I'm sure that the lead zebra is going to summon them to the center, and we'll get going here. Got a lot to talk about tonight. Coming off the heels of the P-Lock, we'll talk about that. Got a lot of things to get to that ahead. But first things first, let's get this game going. The Zebras are actually the last to join the party. The top Zebra is well-rounded, and we're going to get going here. There we go, underway, 17 minutes. They're going to start ticking it off the time here in a second. There it goes. Our boys take a first advantage on the offensive end, and Bantal's going to give chase. Gallagher goes, scoots by him. Moore gets it, keeps it in the zone. Bantal's calling for it. Doesn't get it. Now we're going to get a breakout Liberty's way. Their number 17 shovels it through the crease, but no one there to tap it home. Here comes Bantal the other way. He's going to shovel it up to Bailey. Shoves it in on a dump and chase. See if they get it done on the forecheck here. Bantal still giving chase. It's going to escape the zone at speed. One man against many. And he gets slammed against the boards. Gets a nice little taste of the boards there. Bantal's going to shove it down, and some guys are going to come over for a line change. All sides. That's a wholesale change, top to bottom, sans the goalies. Okay, Black's got it. He's ushering ahead. Goes around number 20. Works through the neutral zone. There goes, I can't see the number there. Hey, there's a score. I'm going to get it right now. That is Sharon. He swizzled it through a couple of defenders, and he tapped it home 5-hole style. There we go. We're on the board 1-0. That happened a little bit more than 1 minute in. I like it. Nothing like getting the first score of the game. So 1-0 is on the board. Eventually, the scorekeeper is having a tough time with the buttons, but they'll get it there. I'm confident. Sabres get chased over in the corner. Sharon's there. He's going to shovel it across to the other side. No one is there. Shoveled it to empty. Ghost man on second. Sabres breaking through the crease. He wants a pass. Doesn't get it. Sharon's going to point it. There's Bradley who's going to shove it back. Sabres going to give chase. He's going to shove it to the center. Nice little pass there. Now he shovels it ahead, but more off to the side of the net. Our boys are moving around. Sharon, hot shot. Gets bounced around in traffic, goes to the corner. Here he goes again. Tom shoves that ahead. He gets a second chance. He's muscling ahead. Sabres going to go for a line change. Sharon's still out there. He slaps it down, keeps it in. It's over to Liberty's way. Those boys are big. They got an 8-footer over there. I'm pretty sure of it. All right, Time's going to shove it ahead, tap it ahead through the neutral zone. Our boys are doing well tonight. They got a nice little rebound there, but no one was home to get it. But a good shot. That was kind of a one-on-many. Liberty fanned on that one. Jones is out there. He was our spotlight player. I don't have any spotlights for us tonight, unfortunately. I had to get that done before it came over to the game tonight. But Jones was definitely our spotlight player, one of them at least, last time. There goes Britton. He's going to shove it down, the hands up. There's the whistle. Icing is the call. Lady Zebra's going to back up. I think she's going to get the puck drop. Here we go. Our starting lineup is back out there. Bailey, Gallagher, Mantel. Little change up on the defensive end. Bradley's out there with time. Here we go. The score is 1-0. 1-0. The Rangers are out there working it. Oh, somebody else gets some chin music there. Liberty's coming ahead. They're going to shove it ahead. Vaughn had that all day long. The Vaughnator, he just sucked that in and shut it down. No threat. Here we go for another face-off. We got 14 minutes exactly on the clock in the first period. 17 gets shoved out of there, and then that gets popped off the glass. Here comes a Liberty player at speed, but he gets poke checked easy. Liberty's having a hard time because they're trying to work it on solo ventures, and that doesn't work at this level. Got to work it as a team. Maybe they'll do something different. Shoved to the middle, it gets bounced around in traffic, and here comes Liberty the other way, over the blue line. Pops it in, they're going to give chase. The oval suits the Rangers, and they pop it out. Somebody's going to go for a line change. Here comes Saber over the wall. So we got the Zebra gets it away for a moment. Pass behind our keeper. Trying to escape it out of the zone, having a little hard time doing it. Saber's going to try to swat it out of there and does so. They got to touch up. That gets popped all the way down to the end for a lovely icing call. Got 13 minutes on the clock here. So again, Surdich Arena. This arena, by the way, is named after a guy that was apparently an inspiration to a lot of hockey players back in the 40s. I think that's why as long as this facility's been around. It's an old guy, but it's still doing it. Anyway, that guy is forever honored for his contributions to advancing youth sports, specifically hockey here. So I'm sure he was a pretty good guy. They got some plaques up in the hallway about him. And now his name's all over the place here. And wherever you are, Mr. Surdich, good job. High five through the big clouds in the sky. Okay. Who do we have out there? We got more Black, Britton. We got Jones out there. Can't see the other number. It's crinkled up on his back. That looks like rope. Okay. Puck's bouncing around behind the net there. And it's going to scoot up. Black's got it easy. He's going to try to shove it over to Moore. Does so. Britton's got it. He's looking for an outlet. Gets it through Rowe. He's going to give chase. Gets hauled right out to the neutral zone. Moore's going to go for round two. He's going to put it up to boards. Turnover to a giant. My God, that kid. Number 5 is massive. Anyway, little touch and go here, back and forth play. Turn over to Moore. He's working it through a crowd. Gets picked off in the middle. A lot of solo play here. Shot. Gets shut down by Vaughn. No threat. Gets pushed back to the middle. Black swats that out of the sky. I don't know how they do that. They reach up, they got a stick in their hand, and they just reach up and they grab it. It's instinct, I guess. Okay, turnover. Here comes Bailey the other way. He got a score in the P-lock. First score of the game. It's pretty sweet. That is a rebound that was available. Keeper had a hard time covering that up. He finally reached out and said, But there was a moment. That's a takeaway for the team. I hope they picked that up. Rebounds are going to be there. Okay, we got Lou. We got Clark. Hey, welcome back, Clark. I know Lou's out there. And we got Heskett. There's Heskett out there. First time those guys have been out there tonight. Bradley's got it. He kind of does a back pull to the blue line, swat to the middle. Nice shot, but it gets pillowed to the right. Boy, Somebody gets run into the boards there. It looked like a penalty to me, but they didn't call anything. Poke check there. Nice poke check. That worked. Heskett's going to pick that up. He's going to shove it back to the corner. Bradley comes back to pick it up. He works it back behind the keeper. Heskett's looking for an outlet. Finds it with Clark. Works it up to Helen. Icing is the call. That must be the 5th one of the game. Gives our boys a chance to change up. Whenever you're in doubt, just ice it. You can't do that at the NHL level, but you can at this level. That being, you can't do line changes. If you've iced it, you've got to stay out there. So no break for you. Liberty's had a couple of shots, but nothing too threatening. Nice little break out there. See if Bantal can get there. Can't do it. Just out of his reach. Goes to the boards. Pretty good crowd here, especially for a Tuesday. I'm looking around on the stands here. There's some pretty good flavor in the stands. There we go. Nice shot, and it goes in. Bantal shoves it home. Keeper's having a hard time down there. Bantal, no, it's actually Moore that put that on the board. Good job, Moore. Second digit goes on the board, so we got 2-0 as your score here. He picked it up out of traffic and he worked it past that last defender and shoved it home. That looked like a 5-holer too. So good job, Moore. Get a stat on the board. Sabres going to give chase to this one. Works back to Black. Black shoves it ahead to Sharon, who's working it back. He goes to Moore. Works it back to Black. Nice little teamwork there. Sabre chips it. It goes off of the glass. Black's looking up the boards again. Sharon's got it. He's going to work it around that defender. Easy. Scoops there, and he's looking for a centering pass. Doesn't get it. Stays in there for a moment. Here comes Liberty the other way at speed. Bradley comes hot off of the bench. Sharon shoves that player to the boards. Liberty picks up the pass. Bradley's got it again, puts it ahead to Sharon. Sabres breaking out. Sharon can't pick it up. Now he does. Working it through the blue there. Sabres going to cut back and try to back check here. Sharon's got it. Drops it back to the defender. It goes out of the zone, so they're going to clear out. Sabres battling for it. That goes long distance for an icing. That was a speed shift there. Boys are working really hard. I'd like to see that. All right. This arena, by the way, is home of the Tigers, a long-time team down here in Colorado Springs. They've been around forever. So, I don't know if they're as old as the arena, but it's been around for a bit. This arena is also known for its sled hockey. They have sled hockey tournaments here. And that's really cool. If you ever get to see that, it's neat. It's for folks in wheelchairs, and they get to play hockey. And they've got a very interesting apparatus. Hey, nice shot there. Centering pass goes way up and out. Liberty lifts that up, and that's going to be an icing if it goes the distance. The hand is up, and there it is. Back to sled hockey. I came here one night, and they were playing that game, and it's so cool to see. They set up these pens for their makeshift benches. It's out on the ice. They can't get over the walls, so they set it out there on the ice, and they just play sled hockey with their hands, and it's fun to watch. So if you ever get to go see a sled hockey tournament game, it's put it on your list. It's something to see. It's they play with the. I don't know how they do that. Honestly, there's no way I could. Okay, back to this game though. We've got Gallagher gets slammed against the boards. Just to get see what that board tastes like. Vaughn reaches out and covers that up, shuts it down. Hope Gallagher's okay. He's shaking it off a little bit. He lost his neck guard. You got to put that back on. His neck guard popped off on that hit. There we go. 8:18 is the time left on the clock. The score is 2-0 Rangers. Had a couple of opportunities there to break through the crowd and shove one home. Sabre comes out. He's hungry for a score. That pops back to Liberty, who shoves it ahead to Vaughn, who pops it out. Sabres reaching, trying to get it out of there. Bradley's got it, loses it through traffic. Liberty's going to try to work it back the other way. Looks like Gallagher comes off. His equipment issue is fixed, so he's back out there giving chase. So a Sabre, poke check unsuccessful. Here comes that 20-footer Liberty player. Vaughn reaches out, covers it up. No penalties so far. Nice clean game going on here. Luke's getting waved off by Sir Bradley, and that's going to fan around to Sharon. Sharon's got it back. Looking for an outlet through traffic. Throws it to Sabre skates. Moore works it across to a very open ref. Sabre goes over there and puts a hit on a Liberty player. A lot of back and forth action here. Spending a little bit too much time on the defensive end right now. Comes through, cross-ice pass, doesn't connect with a Liberty player. Sharon's got it for a moment. Loses it back, Moore picks it up. Gets pressed against the boards. Now we're going to get a little bit of breakout. Sabre's going to chase that one down. That one gets popped over his stick to another Liberty player. Shoves it ahead. Sabre's got it. He's going to go for a change. Shot. Picked up, blocked. Black's wearing that one. He's down on his knees. You hope he's okay. He got stung by that one. Just shake it off. He looks all right. I've been hit by one of those pucks, and it sucks. Okay, Bradley's pokes it out. We got Jones that's kind of working it down there. Man, a little bit of chippiness here. Bradley circles that around and pops it over to Time. Looking for an outlet, goes through the center, turn it over to the other player. Liberty working it over the blue line here. Almost a pickoff. Britton almost had that one. Nice circle by Britton. Britton's he's able to skate and turn around very quickly. Very much like, oh, nice little connection pass. Just missed. Got picked up and popped the other way. Bradley's got it. Fans on that one. Circle back the other way. Here comes Britton against a 20-foot tall player. My gosh, that kid is 8 feet tall. These kids are quite a bit bigger than our boys, but our boys are showing them some speed. Bradley pops that up to Bantal. Just puts it on net. Never a bad idea. And Gallagher missed that one. It went right over his stick. Another pop up and into the lovely ceiling. It's 3 feet above everybody's head. I tell you, the fan system in here is something special. It'll blow your face off. It's they keep it cool in here, so you got to get out of the way of the fan vents. Wonder when those vents have been clean last. Anyway, Bantal's got it. He shoves it around the far side. Gallagher's giving chase. We got 5 minutes exactly left in the first period here. Even sides, both sides have got full benches. So here comes Liberty, shoots it right into the belly button of Vaughn. He didn't have to move an inch. He just put his belly button out and let him save it. Vaughn having another outstanding season. He is a force to be reckoned with in that keeper's box. Had a tough time last game, but that was no fault of his own. He shut down a lot of shots. The shot differential on that game was enormous. I think Chaparral put on like 60 or 70 shots. Here comes Liberty the other way on a 2-on-1. Sabres cutting back to cut the angle off. That's a shot that goes right up over the bar. Bailey's going to work that up on the dump and chase. Sabres going to stay out there, see if he can pick it up. He shoves that player right off the puck. They're still able to get it out because there were 3 guys back there. Here comes Liberty, 1-on-16. Vaughn picked that up easy. I'm surprised he got a shot off. There were 4 guys back there. Anyway, he got it done, and no score. 4 minutes on the clock. Downwards down there, give a chase. Sabre shoves it over and goes right past Sharon. He couldn't shove it home. Nice pass though. Sharon's got it. He dumps it over to Bradley, who's back to the blue line. Pokes it ahead. Nice little opportunity there. There's icing all day long. Good line right there. Sharon's coming off. We got time. We got Jones, Rowe. Hey.
Carter's last name?
Huh?
Carter's last name is pronounced Sharon.
Sharon. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a score. I'm getting corrected on the pronunciation of Sharon. It's actually Sharon. I'll do it better next time. Let's see who got that score. Jones shoved that one home for the 3rd score of the game. Good job, Jones, getting a stat on the board for himself and the team. Good stuff. Looks like we lost a puck. And yeah, they give the puck whenever you score your first goal, you get a puck. So that one's going to Jones. Good job, Jones. All right. Britain's going to spirit that one ahead. And that goes over to Rowe. Gets poked out right off his stick there. There's the announcement here. Nice little pass up the boards by Britton. That gets shoved down, stick on it by Vaughn. Pass back behind the net by Bradley. Time works it up to Rowe. Shoves it ahead, and that's going to go the distance. The arm is down. Must have touched somebody. No icing. 3 minutes on the clock in the first period. Oh, nice give up there behind the net. Shittering pass, just missed. Oh, that was so close. Sorry I didn't get a call on the goal. I was getting spoken to in the announcer's box. I was getting a correction on the pronunciation of Sharon's name. So I won't forget that. There goes Bantow. He's going to put it over to Bradley. Nice little break move there. Bradley puts it ahead, loses it, but that was a pretty sweet move on his part. Boys are cutting around behind the net there. Liberty player loses the handle. Here comes their very big number 5. Trying to work it through traffic, unsuccessful because 2 of our guys were there to poke it out of his stick. Here comes Bailey. Loses it, and then he just shoves it ahead, and he's going to go for a line change. Sabre's going to give chase down there in the corner. He actually picks it up, and he gets shoved into the boards. Sharon's got it. He's going to work it over the blue line. Solo effort here. Now he's working it around wide. Gets a shot off. Nice rebound there. The keeper wasn't able to pick it up and shut it down. Sharon shoves it back to Sabre. That goes all the way back out to Moore. He's going to shove it back in on the keeper's mitt. Sabre's giving chase. Goes over to Sharon. He's going to pick it up, shove it back to Sabre. Centering pass, unsuccessful. Gets popped off by somebody's skate. Nice stop there by Moore. That one goes up into the ceiling and then on the bench. Double whammy. 1 minute on the clock, first period. Scores 3-0. Rangers. Nice first period. This is the kind of comeback we wanted. Right here. No penalties. 3 points. Jones getting the first puck. Nice. Okay, Rose got it. He pops it back to Black, shoves it ahead, bouncing around in traffic. There've been a lot of rebounds right there in the crease. I need to talk about that in the locker room. There's some juice rolling around there, right there in the crease. Liberty keeps it in the hot zone here. Liberty shoves it across, almost hits the ref. Watch out! Oh, Jones has got it. Works it up through the center ice, then they pop it past him. Black's got it. Nice move to shove it ahead to Britton. Britton works it down the thing, and then he jumps over the boards for a line change. 23 seconds on the clock. Slapper goes high and wide. Bradley, nice move there, just popping it off the glass and getting it out of there. We're winding down. 8 seconds left. Bradley's going to work it around, and he just shoves it back the other way. Good move to end the period. Our boys are going to go in the locker room 3 points up. That is what we want to see right there. Our boys are giving some fist bumps out there, and they're going to escape the ice for a little bit of a break, and I think I might too. But good job to the Ranger crew. They're going to go off, and we're going to get an ice cut here. And thanks again for joining us for Tuesday Night Lights. Doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's nice to have a good crowd online watching the game. Appreciate you. I'm going to take a break, and we'll come back here in a minute. Thanks again for joining us on Ranger Network. Water bottles have been filled. Now we just need players and seekers. No sign of them. So, got an opportunity here to bring you some flavor. Let's see what we got here. I told you about Liberty High School a little bit. What else we got here? Oh, big event coming up in the world. If you don't know about it already, well, you're not up on current events, so let me help you out. We got the Olympics coming up in 2 weeks. Opening ceremony is 17 days away. So we're real close. It's coming at you from Italy this time. Milano Cortina, to be exact. That's in the northern region, up by the mountains. Which is where you need to be if you want to have outdoor winter sports. Anyway, big debut. Big debut is ski mountaineering. Huh. It's the only sport making the Olympic debut at this Olympics. What is ski mountaineering? Athletes race up and down a course and can alternate between being on skis and on foot. Wow, that's going to be something to watch. Okay, that is the big debut. That's not the only thing, though. Women's doubles and luge, women's large hill ski jumping. Wow, it's surprising. They've never done that. Mixed team event in skeleton. If you don't know what skeleton is, that's luge, but you're head first going down the track. I would not want to do that. I'd have to lose the biggest bet imaginable to get on that thing. And then they got men's and women's dual moguls in freestyle skiing, and they got team combined alpine skiing. 35 athletes from 93 countries are going to be competing in this games coming up, and then the Paralympics follow that. That's where you can pick up the sled hockey. Awesome stuff. Always a good thing. And curling, one of my favorites. I don't know how they do that, but anyway, that's the news for you. The Avs continue to tear it up on the Avalanche at the NHL level. They are unstoppable most of the time. They did lose to the Nashville Predators a few nights ago, which was odd because the Nashville team is struggling this year mightily. But all in all, the Avs are dominating in every which way, and it's going to be fun to watch as they go into the playoffs. But they're going to get interrupted a little bit because a lot of the players are going to go off and play in the Olympics. So a little bit of a break. The Olympics was getting a bad rap. And I saw this in the news because I pick up on every hockey thing there is in the world. Our boys are beating against the boards here, but back to the Olympics. Something to look for on the ice hockey rink. They put in nothing close to a jumbotron. They've got a minitron. Everybody's making fun of it in the ice arena. They slapped up a minitron. It's comical. I saw a picture of it. It's remarkably small. So, failure in planning to put the big jumbotron up. They wanted to put a mini up. Anyway, we're back underway in the second period. Our boys came in off out of the locker room with a 3-goal lead, and looks like things started with the same lineup as the starting lineup in the first period. So, kid just backed up. He just tripped over his own skates. Bailey's got it. He's trying to center it. He gets pushed into the boards, and that puck's just sitting there waiting to be taken. Van Taal's going to slap it around. Liberty comes out victorious on that little battle. Bailey's trying to keep it in there. Moore does keep it in. Turns it over to Liberty. That's going to go the distance. The hand is up, so that's icing all the way. I gave the walls behind me a love tap. They're made out of concrete. Thank goodness for that. This is an interesting neighborhood. All right. Sharon's going to take this one, and no, that's not Sharon. to get my act together here. That was downward. There comes Sharon, blitzing down the right-hand side here, right in front of the announcer's booth. He works behind the keeper. He shoves it over to Time at the blue line. He's going to pop it ahead. Goes lofting over the bar. Sharon pops that ahead to Saber. He's got it behind the net. He's trying to work it back around. Loses the handle. Liberty's going to be able to escape the area. Oh, that water down there on the ice. There's some pooling up water over there on the near side. And that was funny. Just the puck just came to a halt. The kid lost the handle of it on it. Liberty's trying to work it ahead, but he's got a challenge because there's 2 or 3 guys there waiting for him. That's bouncing around. Time's looking for an outlet, and he pops it ahead over the blue line. Rowe can't pick it up. Going back the other way. There's downward. Work it back. Rowe's going to give chase. Bradley pops one player, and he goes to his knees. A lot of changing going on. Keeping fresh legs out there. There goes Rowe. Here comes Jones, the goal scorer. He's trying to give some help to Rowe. Can't do it. There's Britton. He's going to try to pick it up. It leaks over the center line there. Black's got it. He's going to work it back behind the net. There goes outlet pass to Britton. Shoves it ahead, but nobody touched it, so it's going to come back the other way. 14 minutes on the clock. Thanks to the viewers that are joining us from Ketchikan, Alaska. Nice to have you. That's a cruise ship town up there in Alaska. All the cruise ships stop there, and everybody gets to get off and buy the keychains and the t-shirts. Nice little town. I've walked it myself, and it's just a neat little place. But thanks for joining us there at Ketchikan. Appreciate you. All right. Van Taal's going to shove that around the boards to Bailey, who's fighting for it in the corner. Kicking it around. Here comes Liberty that escapes with it. They're going to pump it ahead. Bouncing around. Who wants it? It's like a pinball out there. Black's got it. He's going to pop that ahead to Bailey. Loses it for a second. Then he works it ahead. Black's got it again, and he's going to work it back. Behind the net, stops, goes the other way. Outlet goes to Gallagher, who slaps it ahead. Bailey's going to get chased. Can't get there in time, so back and forth it goes. Hands up. Icing's the call. Went over 2 lines, so get a little bit of a break here. Who's coming off the bench? We got Saber, Time, Bradley. We got Sharon out there with downward. Everybody's got their positions. The Zebra drops the puck, and we're underway. Saber's slapping that around. Sharon's going to get it over in the corner. 3 guys over there, very close. Downward's going to get it. Saber's going to go over and try to put a hit on. Give up there at the blue line. Still forwarding to Liberty's way. Works back, shot. Bond was able to pick that up, put it down right in front of him, then cover. 13 minutes on the clock, second period. A little bit of board flavor there. Liberty's going to pick it up. They obviously talked about getting a little bit more physical in the locker room. They came out and they're putting some muscle on. That skips past Collins' stick. Chips down, long in. That works up and over the blue line, so they got to vacate the premises. Hands up for an icing, and we're going to get a line change. I guess not. Now we are. Late night hockey tonight. It's gonna start at 8:30, so thanks for staying up and watching the game with us. Jones looking for a hit. Kid loses his stick. Yeah, he's gonna go back and pick it up. Black's got it, shoves it over to... Oh, nice give up there. Newell's out there. He pushed it ahead, got it over the blue line. Britton's got it. He's working it back center. Nice centering pass into the crease, but no one there to pick it up. Here comes Liberty, 1-on-4. These rarely work. Didn't. Shoves it across ice. Couldn't pick it up. That gets slapped ahead. Britton's there to poke it ahead. Shoves it over across the boards to Jones. Still skating with it. Centering pass almost connected. Kid got dropped over there in the corner, and Jones is giving him some flavor with his words. Nice shot. Goes right up and over past the bar. Good opportunity for Liberty. Blues out there. Elland is working it over there in the corner, trying to pick it up. Now he's going to work it back, far side boards. Here he comes out with speed. He gets shoved off of the puck, and gets to chase the boards as well. That pops ahead. Lou's giving chase. Works over to Clark. Got it. Tries for a pass for a breaking Bantel, but couldn't connect with him. A poke check put that off. Bantel's going to work that up into the chest of the keeper. Gets shut down. Our guys are working together tonight. That's good to see. Guys are looking for the pass. Open lanes for shots. That's why the score reflects what it does. Teamwork works. Bailey, Bantel, Gallagher. There's Bradley's to tee up a shot. Gets careened over to the boards. Here we go with Bailey, giving chase. Somebody with an iPad right next to me filming freehand style. We're gonna get a workout. Okay. Still not one single penalty. Not one. Almost halfway through the game. This is unorthodox. Don't see that too often, especially with teenage boys. They're gonna do their thing, and people go to the box on a certain degree of frequency, but not tonight. Let's keep it that way. That gets popped out, and the hand is down, so no icing. Chipped ahead to Bailey. Gets ahead to Bantel. Now it's going to get shoved around in the neutral zone. Turnover. Unsuccessful Liberty's way. Pop it around in the neutral zone. Back and forth we go. Couple of players coming together. Bradley and their number, looks like their number 8, tangled up like a pretzel. And this neutral zone is being hotly contested tonight. Bradley shoves that at speed across the boards. Clark's going to give chase. No, that's more. He's going to try to shoot. Goes over the crossbar. There's the 8-foot-tall number 4. Liberty going the other way. There goes Sharon. He's trying to work it through the traffic, loses the handle. Moore pops it back to him. Sabres there. Sharon's going to work it for a shot. Very nice shot, just wide. That just missed. Sabres giving chase. They got a little bit of a breakaway. Our team catches up with speed. Sabres looking for a breakout. He's got it. He's got a breakout here. Let's see if he's able to do it. Not able to close it down. Almost. Nice little move, but the left-hand pillow dropped and it saved a score. But a nice little feed to get Sabre going on a breakout. Almost got one. 8:24 on the clock here. Sharon's got it. Works it back over the blue line. There's time trying to work it ahead. Sabres finding some open ice again. toe drag there by Liberty worked marginally well. Here comes Sharon with speed. He's going to work it around behind the net. Still got it. Black's got it. He's going to shove it ahead to downward. Sabres giving chase, not able to connect with it. Still chasing. Pushes that player off the puck. Nice move. Sabres shoves it ahead to the corner. He's going to go for a line change. Fresh legs coming off. They're going to give chase in the offensive end. Britain's got it momentarily. There's our goal scorer, Jones. Works it ahead to Rowe. It's on a breakout here. 1 against 4. Shot nonetheless. Nice juicy rebound. Picked up and gets shut down again. That was another really ripe rebound. Britt was there to pick it up on the rebound. A little pushing and shoving here. I'm sure they're all commenting on how good they're playing. Ah, yes. Throw some holy water at that. The Liberty keeper's down on his knees, got his helmet off. Hope he's okay. Shaking it off. Now he's putting his helmet on. Okay, he's back in action. Looks like we got a penalty for roughing. Who went in there? Bradley. Bradley's the bad boy. He gets a 2-minute timeout. I didn't see the motion that the Zebra gave the scorekeeper, but I would have bet it was roughing. There was some pushing and shoving down there. Bradley's talking to the ref. Nothing going the other way, so we're going to go on a penalty kill. How about that? First one of the night. Hey, this will give you an opportunity to thank all our sponsors of the team. Couldn't do it without you guys. Everybody that was a sponsor of the team, really appreciate you. Big Mission Auto, Antlers Hotel, Rate with Liz Everett, Infinite Disposal, Sarah Sausage, O'Malley's, of course, a fan favorite over there at Palmer Lake. Woodmore Family Dentistry, Peak Equipment Rentals. There's more, but I got out a few there just to really appreciate your support of the team. Hockey's not cheap, and wouldn't be able to do it without you. So, broken stick, Liberty's stick, it disintegrated over there, so it's in pieces. So they gotta collect themselves over there. We got a minute and a half left on this penalty kill. By the way, the P-Lock event that occurred on Saturday night was just spectacular. Really great. So many people to thank that came together to make that thing happen. That is a big event every year. It's a big fundraiser. And the weather was, as it always is, it's cold, but it wasn't as cold as last year. Last year it was just miserable. So we had a really good time out there, and Sharon's got it. He's shoving it ahead. Sabres breaking through the middle. Can't chip it home, almost. It was chipping around, the net was open. Sharon's got it, he's working it back around. Nice little clock spillage. Sabres gonna work it back to the center line. The clock is spilling off on the penalty. We got 40 seconds left. Good move all the way around. Good job on this penalty kill. Liberty's got it. He kicks it ahead soccer style. Gets kicked off, and that's going to go full length of the ice. That should finish it off. Moore's getting waved off. Britton goes on. And the penalty kill is almost done. That's going to go full length. That'll do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rocket launch for Bradley out of the box. First penalty of the night. We survived it. 3-0 still the score. We got 5 minutes left in the second period. Shot gets kicked right off a skate. And I got to pin it against the boards. That's always fun. It's just sitting in there. It pops out. Gallagher's got it. Gonna try to work it ahead with a break, and Clark could get it to him. Debris is still out there, that broken stick. Okay, Black's got it. He's going to shove it ahead. Now Clark's going to work it across the boards. Hand is up. That's going to go icing. No, they waved it off. Gallagher's chopping at it, downwards working it. That gets shoved to the end boards off the yellow paint. Nice move by downward. Still got it centering. Tried to center it, but it worked past the point. Now it's going to go midline. Around it goes again. Sabres got it. Centering pass right to a Liberty player. Bradley's got it. Cross ice pass to Sharon. Looking for a centering pass. Gets caught up in skates. Still got the handle. Works it back to Bradley, who's going to tee one up, looks like. Hot shot goes right at the Liberty player. Ouch. He's going to feel that tomorrow. Hand is up. Runs into that waiting stick on the ice. Gets stopped out. There's Bradley going to work it down the right-hand boards. Cross ice pass to Sabre, who chips it ahead into the boards. Sharon's giving chase. Sabres next after it. Time's got it. Sabres got to touch up. Now he's going to give chase down to the boards. Nice little move there. There's Bantal. Sharon's got it. Working it through traffic. Nice little move. Shot gets caught up in skates and bodies and everything. Still in the offensive end. Sabre goes for a break. Sharon's still out there. Goes to Bradley, who works it back over to Sharon. Now he's got it. Working it ahead at speed, trying to break through the center. Nice little play there. The hand should have gone up, but didn't. That should have been a penalty. Coach Bradley's voicing his displeasure, as he should, because that was a trip all day long. Heskett's got it. Works it over to Bantal. He's going to work it down the boards. Gallagher's working for it. Misses, chipping around here. Cut back. Liberty gets a shot off, really hot, but way wide. Vaughn was able to reach out and pick that one up. Yeah, Bradley, Coach Bradley was telling the lead Zebra, not okay. And I agree. What do we have out there? Up on the board, we got 2 minutes and 13 seconds. I know you can't see that at home, so I will articulate it for you. Nice little shove ahead. Went to Liberty. Here comes Britton. He's working it down the right-hand side. Centering pass. Just couldn't get it through traffic again. Chopping around on the blue line there. Jones, our goal scorer, shoves a player into the boards. Now it's going to go over center line. Up and over. Soccer play by Britton. Jones shoves that ahead behind the net. No icing. Man, it's been pinball tonight. All these pucks have hit the skates and bodies and legs and everything. There's going to be some bruises on some dudes' legs tomorrow for sure. That gets shoved ahead for an icing all day long. They're going to call that two-line pass. Icing. We should have a derivative of a three-line icing. It should be a more egregious icing. Two-line pass is one thing. Three-line, that's serious. All right. 1 minute, and they get a break in the locker room. Wouldn't want to go in there. Okay. All the way over the line. The female Zebra says she'll take that all the way down to the end. Exactly 1 minute. Period period number 2. Some nice rap music. Here comes Saber, who's going to work it ahead. He's got a full head of steam. He's working it down, dumps it to a Sharon, who pops a shot off just wide. Really nice team effort there. Dump play by Saber went to Sharon, and Sharon was ready with the shot. Liberty groans because they missed an opportunity there for sure. Shot, Vaughn's stick, put that down. Saber's working this down the right-hand boards. He's got it all day long. Works it all the way down. Centering pass, couldn't get it through. Sharon's got it. Saber's looking for an outlet pass. Gets it back to the point. There goes a hot shot off the pillow. Sharon's got it. Another attempt. 15 seconds left on the clock. Saber gets pushed down. Oh, hot shot. A lot of good shots here. We got 4 of the waning seconds of the second period there. A lot of opportunities. Good teamwork there, too. All right, no score in the second period, but a lot of action and 1 penalty. Brought to you by Bradley. Really good play on both sides, but mostly on LP. They had some really good flavor. So we're going to get another ice cut here. I'm sure there's a lot of snow out there. Get a little bit of a break, and we'll be back at you soon. history on January 20th. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm sure everybody will remember this one. In 1356, Edward Balliol was abdicated as King of Scotland. How about that? Good old King Balliol. Let's see. 1841, the island of Hong Kong was occupied by the British during the First Opium War. How about that? 1921, the first Constitution of Turkey. Oh man, 1265, the first English Parliament was called into session. That's a long time ago. Richard Nixon got inaugurated as the 37th president in 1969. Jimmy Carter followed him in 77. He was number 39. Ronald Reagan, 81, 40th president. George Bush, 1989. Wow, look at that. A lot of presidents listed on here. 1929, the film In Old Arizona was released. The first full-length talking film shot outdoors. How about that? 1929. I thought it was much later than that. 1984, this was a big day for Apple. They unveiled the Macintosh personal computer. If you'd only bought stock then, you could have anything you want. 1976, the supersonic Concorde began scheduled commercial flights. And supersonic flights coming back in vogue. Looks like we're going to get some of these things coming back online here pretty soon, and we're going to get some supersonic action once again. Boom is up there in Denver. Notable things in hockey history. Let's see here. We got 1982. Wayne Gretzky became the first player in NHL history to have 12 hat tricks before age 21. That guy was a phenom. I don't think he'll ever be matched. 2018, Patrick Kane of the Chicago Blackhawks. He surpassed 800 career points with 2 goals and an assist. He was with the New York Islanders then. Oh, that was a game against the New York Islanders. Got it. 1984, Dave Tiger Williams scored a hat trick for the Vancouver Canucks during a 6-6 tie at Winnipeg. And the all-time great as well, Mario Lemieux, scored his 50th goal in his 44th game. Second player in history to reach 50 goals in fewer than 50 games, joining, of course, Wayne Gretzky in that feat. So a little bit of hockey history for you, always fun. A little bit of people history too. I always like to bring this stuff out. And we are gathering on the ice for third period action as I pick the roster up off the floor. 3-0 is the score of the third period as we get started. 17 minutes on the clock. Face-off goes LP's way, drops back to Moore, back over to Black. Chips it ahead through the center line. Nice little forward movement here. Our boys have been doing pretty good about getting it out of the negative zone. Puck's bouncing around. We got the same starting lineup. That gets up into the net. And we get a stoppage play. Well-rounded Zebra's got his hand up. And here we go. That leaked off 24 seconds off the clock. So lots of time left. Black's going to grab that. Yeah, the water's slowing the puck down. That goes off the Liberty player's stick for a shot. Another set of juicy rebounds there. Puck's bouncing around. There's a piece of lumber out there. Looks like it was the keeper's lumber. One of his players went over and grabbed it, picked it up for him. Nice show of teamwork there. Black's got it, pops it into the traffic, bounces around. Black shoves that back ahead. Saber's the only one that's out there, a new line change. Everybody else is coming out. Saber's doing a long circle. That goes over to the corner. Black's got it. That gets shoved ahead to Sharon, who's going to, that's downward. He works it on the keeper. Keeper's going to just go ahead and cover. He was looking for somebody to shove it to, but no one there, so he covered it up. Who wants the next goal? We had some really good opportunities in the closing seconds of the second period. Really good team play, some excellent passing, and some good shots. Oh! Liberty player blew a tire, no call. Popping around, that's going to go full length for an icing. Almost, it almost hit the keeper. Liberty player showing some frustration. Not one Liberty penalty so far. That'd be nice to have a power play. No can do so far. Maybe some extra talk out there. Get people's dander up. Oh, the ref almost got popped in the noggin. He's shaking that off. That was close. He had to duck for that one. Bradley's giving chase back to the boards. Working around the wall there. There's Saber giving a back check. Working around for a shot. Gets caught up in skates and whatnot. Man, it's just rolling around back there. Saber's going to try to get it out. Couldn't do it. Time's got it. Goes long board. Okay, finally we're going to get it out of the zone. Amen. Saber's got it. Works it over to Bradley. Nice pass right to his tape. Saber goes for a change out, as do a few other players. Working around, that's icing all day long. 14-11 on the clock. I'm looking around in the crowd here. There's a lot of yawns going on. It's late. Everybody's yawning. This game isn't as exciting as they want it to be. Nice music. All right. Over the blue line, so we got to vacate the premises. Icing. Shocker. Speaking of yawning, I just got one in right in your ear. Britton Moore, low, Black, and we got Jones sneaking in there. Turnaround play, chips it out over the blue line. The team has got it pretty well covered. Poke check, sticks it back into the red zone. Back to Moore, who's going to shove it cross-eyes and get it out of there. Not a bad idea. Rose giving chase. Circle around the other way. Here comes Liberty. 1-on-5. But he gets a shot off. Vaughn was able to pick that up easy. That literally was one guy against all 6 of our players. No. Bad odds there. Big sign on the wall here. No smoking, vaping, or electronic smoking devices. There you go. Not at Sertage. Okay, Gallagher's going to try to poke that over the boards. Gets it out. Bantao's going to shove that ahead. He gets shoved into the wall for it. Liberty player puts on his brakes, works it back the other way. Chipping around, goes to the corner. That's behind the net. Liberty player's going to shove that at far side boards. Goes up and hits the ceiling. Never happens here. New puck at play. That one actually got lost in the ceiling. Never came down. Yeah, I guess that can happen too. I wonder how many pucks are up there. That's like one of those lakes on the golf course. It just gobbles up all kinds of equipment. How many pucks? Like 25 years old up there. Anyway, back underway. Bradley pokes that far side. It goes in. Nobody wants it. Heskett dropping back. Now they're going to get a shot off. Vaughn picks that up. Still working the shutout. No issues. Okay, here we go for a line change. Black, Saber, Sheridan. Downward. For the record, I'm missing Downward's long hair. He has some really good flow. Cut it all off. There goes the things chipping around to Saber. Couple of players come together. Sharon, there's Downward with his long stick, pops it ahead. Saber's going to give chase behind the net. Actually going to pick it up, going to give a flavorful hit to one of the Liberty players. Downward takes a hit. Still in the zone, so nice. Downward's looking to get it over to Saber, who's standing right in front of the goal. A couple of collisions down there that I wouldn't be on the receiving end of. Sharon just leaks right off the end of his stick. The boys are just, Saber blew a tire on the red line. Picked himself up. Let's try to work down to him. Black works it over to time. He blew a tire himself. Saber going for a break. Britton replaces him. Here comes Rowe again. Up into the netting it goes. Somebody gets a souvenir. I don't think they'll be able to reach that. We need an apparatus to play with. Puck, please. Yeah, this is the responsibility of the Zebras. Hey, they finally deliver one. Thank you much. Got to have that 6 ounces of vulcanized rubber to play with. Okay. Female Zebra's going to drop it on the red dot again. And here we go. Bradley gets that over to Moore, shoves it ahead to Rowe. Works it up to Jones. The Zebra gets it away for a moment. Bounce it around, shot right into Britton's heel. Ouch. A lot of traffic down there. I'd like to see another score or two. That would be fun. Okay, Brandon's going to go back and fetch that one up. He's puts the brakes on. Nice little move there. Works it back to, works it up to Jones, who popped it back to Britton. Shot, hot shot, rebound. A couple of players shoving each other around, but a good opportunity there. Good teamwork to get that thing down. That was some pretty good play right there. Britton shoves that in, and he gets called to the bench for a changeup. Here comes the first line. Mantel works in there. He's going to the boards to meet that player. Chopping around the corner, out it comes Liberty's way, and it works over the blue line, the red line, the blue line, and they're going to get a shot off. Vaughn shut everything down. He had that angle 2 minutes ago. No chance. Here we go, a little bit of a breakout here. Gallagher's got it. He's going to work it ahead right into the belly button of the Liberty goalie. He's got a good opportunity. He came off the bench, perfect timing, and he picked up the player picked him up and passed it to him, and he got a breakout. That was cool. 9:41 on the clock in the third period, coming at you from Sertich Arena, Colorado Springs, USA. Again, thanks for watching from Ketchikan, Alaska. Nice to have you aboard tonight. We got viewership everywhere, I tell you. The Ranger Nation is just, it's on fire, always. All right. Gallagher's trying to fish that out of the boards. Bouncing around between players here. Who wants it? Gallagher pops it over to Bailey, who's going to work it ahead through the... It was a 1-on-3. Not good odds, but he tried anyway. Okay. Black shoves that over to a waiting player who shoves it all the way down the ice for an icing. Nice. All right, Heskett goes out there for some action. We got Bradley, Heskett, Sharon, Saber, and Downward. Sharon gave chase to that one. Saber's going to go back and miss the puck. Fanned on it. That goes behind the keeper. Wraparound is unsuccessful. Beaumont picked that up on the opposite side. .840 on the clock. Here we go. Downward pops it over to the center. Heskett drops it up. The boys are having a hard time getting it out of the zone again. Nice little save by Vaughn. That was a stick save. Excellent. Couldn't get it over to Sharon, who was breaking through the center ice, but good idea nonetheless. Our boys are having a hard time breaking it out of the zone. Here we go. Downwards looking for Saber. Saber picks it up. Got two guys on. Cross ice pass just misses Sharon. Turnover. Liberty's players. Oh, Saber's got it right in front of the goal. It looks like we got a stoppage of play. Saber was about to vault one past the keeper, and a whistle came up. Looks like we might have a penalty here. Maybe it was a high sticky. It's too bad. We had an opportunity there. Line change. 8:03 on the clock. 3-0 is your score. Joking about that opportunity right there. Saber got robbed. He was about to poke one in. All right. Next time. Jones shoves that over. Puck bouncing around like a billiard ball. Kept in for the moment. Liberty's nice little pass there. Couldn't get a shot off because Time came over there and shoved it. Big hit. Big hit on Rowe. He got popped against the boards. Shot down at the other end. I picked that up at the end. I was looking at the remnants of a hit. Liberty's got a breakout here. Could not get it done. Nice little poke checking to shut that down, and then Vaughn closed the store. Still got a shutout underway. Good job, Vaughn. He's had a couple of really excellent saves this period. Good stuff, as always. Okay, Gallagher's got it, works it up to Bradley, who works it all the way down. No icing. Must have hit something. Boys keep it in, shove it to the corner. Just out of Bailey's reach. They're popping it around. And a full scrum over there. Works past Banteau. He tries to center it, but it gets behind the net. Goes to the corner. Whew. Man, I'm telling you, this is late. 6 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Puck's bouncing around, goes to the corner. Behind the keeper, Vaughn's giving some directions. Sabres got it. He runs into a couple players before he's able to bounce it to Bradley. He's streaking and he just dumps it into the net. How'd that get up there? Must have lifted it a little bit. A lot of pucks going into the crowd. Not in the crowd, but into the net. Lost one into the ceiling. Two into the netting. That was retrieved. I think it's colder in here than it is outside. It's odd. Alright. Puck's bouncing around. Time's getting chased. Sabres there to back up. Downwards there. Works over to Sharon. Sharon's another one of our goals. Nice little shot there. That was excellent feed from Sharon, and Sabre was locked and loaded. He popped one off with speed. I don't know how the keeper picked that up. He was shifting from left to right. That was so close. Really sweet play. Sabres got it. He's going to work it up to Sharon. Sharon's going to work it over. Offsides, just barely. I'm still feeling the love on that last play. Sharon to Sabre, who popped it almost home. We're giving him some Glover on the bench. He was ready to rock it on that thing, and he got it done. It just barely missed. 3-0 is still the score in the third period. 5 minutes left on the clock. Black works it over to Clark. Circles, still got it. Then he loses the handle. Goes back the other way. Liberty gets poke checked. Now it's back the other way. Ellen just kind of working it. Gets slammed against the boards. Liberty players like that. He tries to deliver back, but he slams himself into the boards. Blues giving chase. Watch out, Helen. He gets popped again. Now he's going to go down on his back. Sharon reached over and he was giving the Liberty player a noogie. Helen, he got popped a few times on that, and I think he was getting coached over there, coached up on the bench. That leaks over to Vaughn, who covers it up. Four minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock. 2-0 is the score. Let's see if we can get another score before the period ends here. Circling around, pops to the corner. Nice little cross-ice pass there. It just goes off of Rowe's stick. Bradley's got it again, works it up to Jones, who slaps it down far in. A little back and forth play there. A couple of players come together. Liberty gets the losing end of that equation. Number 5, 8 feet tall, shoves it to the center. Bouncing around. Nice little glove save there. Vaughn was on his knees, but he reached way up over his head to pick that one up. Gloved it down, and then he covered it. Nice. Okay. Full crowd still here. Watching the game, we got Sabre time. That popped back, no icing because it was popped back by a Liberty player. We'll take it. Sabres give it chase. Sharon picks that, intercepts that one. Couldn't keep the zone. Sabres got it. Gets shoved to the boards. Slap up and out. Not far enough for icing. Waved it off, and they picked it up anyway, so no icing. Downwards there, giving chase. Saber gives a love tap to one of the Liberty players. Stick lift, downward, very nice. Works it the other way. Up into the netting it goes. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. We're going to get a line change here. Black, Bailey, Bantow, Gallagher. Got Newell out there. Looking at the roster here, we got one freshman on the varsity squad. Shot goes into the keeper's mitt, and then a couple of players are saying hello. Yeah. Where do we want to meet after the game for a burger? That's probably what they're asking. Yeah, I was acknowledging Clark made the varsity squad as a freshman. That doesn't happen too often, so hats off to Clark. Good stuff. Clark is number 22, not on the ice right now, but nice to have him on the team. Cross ice pass for Liberty, works it down over the blue line. Nutmegs a player, but no threat. Couldn't get there to tap it home. Vaughn covered it up. 2 minutes, 29 seconds, and this one goes in the record books. Good idea to get it over to Bailey, who's waiting for it, shoves it ahead. That's going to go full length all day long, ice. Let's go, boys. Tomorrow's a school day. Here we go. We're lined back up. Underway yet again. Gets shoved down to nice little move there by Bradley. Shakes loose that Liberty player, pops it off the glass and up to the center. Britton's got it. He's going to work it down over the blue line. Right off of his blade. Still got it. Tries to shove it ahead to Rowe. Couldn't get it through traffic. Britton's got it. Swizzling around, and then he gets some chin music. Soft shot leaks through the crease. Had a score since the first period. Unfortunately, I thought that they were going to run the score up on this one, but not so. 1 minute 30 seconds, and this is done. Now it's pinned down there against the boards. One player is on his face. Scrum breaks up. Here we go the other way. Liberty player puts the brakes on. Streaky player there. Shutout still intact. Britton slaps that across. Our boys are going to go for a line change. Let's see who comes off to finish this game up. We got Sharon, Saber. There's Heskett. Sharon's got it. Loses the handle. Shot wide. Liberty picks that one up. Tries to shoot it again. Still has it. 3 guys on him. No chance getting through that traffic. Bradley pushes that player down. And our boys are just, nice little slapper to Sharon, who's going to work it ahead. He gets stick lifted. But there's downward. Nice! And that is a score right there. Downward came down and picked up the ricochet, and he rolled it on in for a score. So there goes the extra point that I was looking for. Nice one downward. 4-0 is the score. Yes, sir. "30 seconds left. 4-0. Smells like victory. Another victory for the Rangers. And we'll take it. Needed that one. Clark's going to roll down, and he's going to try to get a shot off. Barely misses. Cover up down there, and the keeper gets some spray. And the keeper shoves a stick up Helen's backside. For what reason, I don't know. But we're almost done here. Exactly 7 seconds, and we are done. Helen gets run into. And that gets popped up and out, and we're finished here, folks. Thanks again for joining us tonight. We're going to watch the boys come together in a lineup. Going to give Savant some well-deserved love. Vaughn had some really good saves tonight. Excellent saves. And hats off to the Ranger squad. They came together. They looked more like a team unit tonight. That was good to see. Some really good passing, some crisp passing, some good speed, nice finesse work, and some scoring. Really hot in the first period there. And a lot of other opportunities all throughout the game. But they faced off against a much bigger squad. I mean, this team, when they're going through the lineup, you can see it. Those other players down there at the Liberty end, they are much bigger. But our boys showed up, and they shut Liberty down. Great game, fun to watch. And I appreciate you joining us as always. Really great to have you. And check with your family for the next game. I don't have it in front of me. I imagine it's this coming weekend. But anyway, Tuesday Night Lights. Gotta love it. All right, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to thank you again for joining us, especially those folks up there in Ketchikan, Alaska, a cruise ship. Stop all day. All right, take care, everybody.